Hi, welcome to Hewitt's Greenwood Gardens. It's a great May day out here in Oregon, and today we're going to talk about transplanting tomatoes from the greenhouse to the field. And so the first process is taking your plants out of your greenhouse or buying from your local nursery and then doing a process called hardening off, which takes about 5 to 7 days to transition from a climate controlled greenhouse to outside growing conditions. So our plants that you see here, we grew and we've transplanted them several times. The third transplant has been into a gallon, and the fourth and final transplant now is going to be into the field. And what we're going to need today is a digging tool, a shovel, or a spade of some sort. We're going to need some bamboo stakes and some twist ties to hold up our plants once we've transplanted them. Then here what we do is once the plants are in, we'll actually lay a field fence or hog wire, no climb, whatever you want to call it. There's a video in our library about pruning cherry tomatoes that shows our plants already trellised up and when we're in the pruning stage. And the reason we trellis them is it keeps the fruit off the ground, it facilitates easier picking, and it allows air movement through the plants to keep disease down. That allows us to not have to spray our tomatoes. And then when you're all done, what you want to remember is that you get these all marked. Make sure you remember exactly what you planted in each row, and then water them in real good. So we're going to go ahead and show you how we transplant some plants here. These, of course, we've already done. We've laid our black plastic mulch. It's been down for a week or so collecting the heat, and if you notice, I don't know if you can tell on the camera, it's kind of an overcast day today. This is an excellent day to transplant with prospects of rain coming. That'll ensure that your plants have little or no shock. If you're in an area where you don't have a transition of weather, plant them in the evening and water them in good, and then allow them to sit overnight. And that way it'll reduce shock. So we put this plant in the ground. We take that bamboo stake. Yeah, that one broke. Get her down in there, and then just take your twisty tie and tie it up loosely. Make sure this slides. The plant's going to grow. All you're doing here is just keeping the plant from blowing over and breaking off in the wind. And as you can see, we've got a pretty rich, moisture-laden soil here. This is non-irrigated. And in the course of growing tomatoes, from start to finish here, we will water them in one time here. And then we probably won't water these again until fruit set on them about 30 days from now. As you see, these have blooms on them. They're already ready to set some fruit. That's the advantage of transplanting such a large plant. And the key to tomatoes is do not overwater them. Tomatoes are a desert plant by nature. And here in Oregon, we don't get summer rains like a lot of places do. And we do have to water or irrigate them, but we only do it sparingly 2, 3, 4 times maximum, even in a drought year, with the black plastic mulch. So
don't overwater.
Yeah, don't overwater. That's the key. Michelle's right. Do not overwater your tomatoes, or all you're going to do is grow vines and no fruit. And we're in the business to grow fruit, so don't water them. And that's pretty much it. We're going to make another video in a little bit about transplanting smaller plants. And then, like I say, at the end of the day here, once you're in, your twisties are in, just come along and you can soak these up, give them a good count of 10. And that's the key to when you do water your plants, give them a good soak and a good irrigation. We like to put down 1 to 2 inches of water. When we do irrigate, tomatoes are deep rooted. Those roots will run down in the ground 6, 7, 8 feet. They will find water, so don't baby them and don't overwater. and happy gardening.